So you notice on these boards here on the bottom, it'll show you in and out, and the same thing on the top, just on the little corner here. We'll say in, and we're out. So we want the battery in, and then the voltage out. All right, and then the same thing with you see on this LC filter. You can see it. You'll see here in the bottom corner, in and out. So, but then we want that like that, right? So we got voltage in, out, in, and then out. Same thing here. You show it on the sides, input and output. So you kind of want to do it that way. Now for these here, you don't really, I guess you really don't need to use flux, or you can use the normal paste stuff, or you can use a flux pen, just help the solder flow a bit. Just get some solder on here. That, and then we'll do the opposite side. That. There we go. I'm not too sure if these leads are going to be too long, so you kind of want to keep your wiring as short as possible. So we'll probably just cut an inch or so off these, because looking at this right now and kind of judging where it's going to be in the plane, you can kind of just guesstimate, I guess. So we'll do our in first, and it's also polarity sensitive, so on your in and out it'll show negative and positive. So our negative is on this side. Positive. That. Now we need another one to come out the other side. So we'll get another female. So if you wanted, you could just run wires and then cut that off your and just solder directly to the wires. But it makes it good to interchangeable stuff to have plugs. A lot of people used to say, you know, it's another point of failure, but I've never had a plug fail. You know, it's usually a pretty good connection. When you think about servos and stuff like that, you know, it's not to be too paranoid about failure. I'm just going to tin up our little plug here. But as I was saying, doing it backwards, you always want to make sure the power is on this style connector, just like a battery. It's not that I had it backwards, but that's what led to plugging voltage in backwards, because I had a male plugged in, and usually you don't want voltage coming out of this this pin, because if these two little pins in here get bent in or whatnot, and you're going to short out your power, right, and short your battery and stuff. So that's why this type is on a battery. Same thing with XT60s. This is a battery style, because there's no way for your bullets to touch each other, right? Versus that. And by the way, this is male, and that's female. A lot of people go by the plug. It's not. It's what the connector inside is. Now we'll just get our last little plug in, soldered in. Make sure your polarity is correct. we go. Now we can plug our power filter into here. Like that. So we've got power coming in. 16 volts in. Step it down to 12. Run through our filter. And this is going to power everything. I got the way my harness is made up, it distributes power to the camera and BTX and OSD. If you've seen in one of my older videos, you see how I did the Dragon OSD power cable or whatnot, and power everything, and get your camera and get your video and stuff situated. Basically now we've got our two connections, and one is going to go here. So we got our 16 volts in, coming out like I was saying, dropping to 12, power filter, and then to the OSD to power everything. And this one is going to go to the UBEC. It's going to go to channel 1. So that's pretty much it. And this is just the for the Dragon OSD. So that's pretty much it. All I need to do now is take out the old UBEC and get that situated and put the signal in here, and then I got to reinstall this. So what I have to do now is I got to put my voltage in and measure the output, make sure I'm getting 12 volts. Okay, so now we got our battery plugged in, and we're going through. Everything is wired up, and we're just going to check the UBEC just to see if it's putting out 6 volts or they're close to it. So our UBEC, you just got to be careful here. You want to put in and not cross your pins. I always breathe when I do it. So we're getting 6.24 volts. So that's just over 6 volts. That's fine. And coming in, so we can, if you can see what I'm doing here. We're just going to check the voltage into our step down first, just to see. And we are getting 15.55. So that sounds about right, because I've got the battery at a storage charge about 3.9. And on our output we have 13.54. So I need to turn that down. Just make sure I gotta go the right way, because I forget now, one way. So we'll just do a half turn. See if that brings us down or if it brings us up. So that is bringing us up. So we need to go the other way. So one half turn. We'll do just another half turn to keep track. Just take your time when you're measuring voltages and that. You don't want to cross your pins. So we got, if I can get this steady here, 12.71. So a fully charged 3-cell battery is 12.5, so you can keep it at that, that'll be fine. So I'm just going to go a half turn or a quarter turn. Try that in a quarter and see what that gives us. So 12.3. So we'll just go another quarter turn. That, get as close to 12 as you want. Now you'd like it a little bit above 12. So we're at 12.06. So I'm just going to bring it up just a touch. Try that. Try an eighth of a turn. So 12.2. Alright. Satisfied with that. just to double check, because now I'm going to check the output voltage at the end of the line after the LC filter. 12.19. So let's bring our filter down. And it's good to me. 12.19. There we go. So that all seems in order, and so all I have to do now is take out the UBEC and get this one installed and reroute it with the signal wire, as I was saying, and get this situated in here and tidied up, and that's about it. So anyways guys, thanks for watching, and see you later.